SafeMoon, ticker code SFM, is the next cryptocurrency I'm going to discuss. And I'm generally very honest in my videos when I talk about cryptocurrencies and what I honestly genuinely think of them. Now, it's no surprise that a lot of people here are in for massive gains. Everyone wants the 20, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100x returns. And it's not to say that it's not achievable, it is, but you need to be realistic about the projects that you are investing in. Obviously, everyone's looking for low cap gems and really trying to figure out whether or not it's possible to get those returns with a small sum of money. Now, I do still think there's a place in everyone's portfolio, depending on their risk appetite, to have a small allocation in cryptocurrencies that are very small market cap in the hopes that they do boom. I myself have them. So I'm all fair game for low cap gems and just throwing a bit of money and seeing what happens to them. Small amounts, not a large amount, but again, everyone has their own risk appetite. Come across SafeMoon, and it's a cryptocurrency that sort of rubs me the wrong way, and I see a lot of people talking about it, so I want to give my own thoughts and opinions on SafeMoon. So what exactly is SafeMoon? Well, it's basically trying to be an exchange where they'll be able to have NFTs, they'll be able to have other decentralized applications and educational programs too, and having no governments or any centralized regulations over them. The thing that makes SafeMoon unique is that they're really trying to make this right here, 80% of annual percentage yield. So they're trying to make you be able to hold certain coins or tokens and be able to get up to 80% rewards for holding that, which is pretty crazy stuff. The whole point of SafeMoon is basically trying to get you to hodl, to hold on, and it really incentivizes you with its tokenomics to be able to reward you for holding onto those cryptocurrencies. And the reason why I don't like this is that it basically is just all about holding your tokens. That's it. That's basically SafeMoon's end game, is just holding on to them, burning more and more and more tokens. And let's have a look at their tokens. They've got 777 trillion tokens, and they've already burned 223 trillion of them. Just absolutely insane amounts of tokens. And it doesn't really make sense why they're playing around with this many tokens. But this is supposed to reward the people who are holding on, and it basically incentivizes them because anyone who sells their SafeMoon token, they'll have to pay a 10% fee, and 5% of that will actually go to the people who are holding onto these tokens. So the more people sell, the more gets rewarded to people who are holding large amounts of SafeMoon. But that's really it. Good cryptocurrencies are not relying on just pure hodling tokenomics to get it. They are incentivizing great projects. They have great fundamentals. They have great technical analysis, and they're just doing great projects that people want to invest in. Venture capitalists are able to identify this and put money into it. Avalanche was able to get really huge amounts of funding. FTX, Cardano with Japanese investors. Basically, a lot of good cryptocurrencies are able to get venture capitalists to go on board with them and support them in the early days when they really need funding. SafeMoon hasn't, and that should really make you question why they're having such a tough time getting venture capitalists to be able to support them in a major way, because all their entire premise is to hold on to these coins. And it just rubs me the wrong way that all they're trying to tell you is buy your coin and just hodl for the way through. And don't take my word for it, it's literally on their website. Step 1, create a wallet. Step 2, purchase BNB. Step 3, swap BNB for SafeMoon. Step 4, hodl. That's it. You're just meant to hodl this coin and just hope that it keeps going. And it just doesn't have any fundamentals really behind it. I understand you're trying to be an exchange. I understand that you're trying to make a decentralized exchange, have NFTs and do all these sorts of things, but it's quite competitive out there. There's an NFT exchange already, Akomi, which has done fantastic, which I did a video about. There's other exchanges out there that are doing really good stuff, and SafeMoon has to compete with them. Now, it's not to say you can't compete with them, it can, but you just have to ask yourself, what's your competitive edge? And if your competitive edge is annual percentage yield at a high amount and just penalizing people who sell your token, that's just not, to me anyway, it's not enough to really incentivize people to stay on board with your project. Let's have a look at the staff of SafeMoon. So you can see here they've got a couple of leads in them. Now, what I like to do when I'm doing my fundamental analysis, I like to look at LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a educational sort of corporate social media platform, if you will, where people can put their resumes and things like that. And it's fantastic to see that they've actually got their LinkedIns here. 3 out of the key players in leadership do here. David doesn't and Jacob doesn't. But let's have a look at the ones that do, and let's have a look at their resumes. So you can see here he's got a few thousand followers, 500 plus connections. So it seems in all intensive purposes a real profile that he's actually created. I don't deny that at all. and I definitely believe that. But let's have a look at his resume. Well, he's worked as an all-source analyst for the American Department of Defense, and that's it for 6 years, and now he's the CEO of SafeMoon. I don't know about you, but that's some red flags out there, because typically what you see, if you look at my other previous videos, you'll see people who have very stacked resumes. They would have been a CEO somewhere else. They would have been a very high corporate level official in multiple companies or one major company. And John here hasn't even had one, and all he's had is one job previously for 6 years, and that's all. Now, I don't even know what an all-source analyst is. I mean, analyst can be a very strong word. They call sports people sports analyst. It's just a funny way of to say, that's my research area. But I don't know what an all-source research area is. It could be something basic, it could be something complex, but he hasn't put much information here like he has with his SafeMoon project for me to understand what is an all-source analyst, and you've been doing it for 6 years. It could be something impressive or not. I'm not exactly sure, but all you've done in your major LinkedIn resume here is been a CEO, and that's not enough for me. I need to be able to see more of a background to be able to truly see if he has the leadership qualities to be able to pull off this amazing project that he's trying to do. Let's have a look at the next leader, Ryan. Let's have a look at Ryan. And this is more of the resume I was talking about. So you can see he was the co-founder for Creative Launcher. You can see he was the founder of Takes.io. And you can see he's the global head of products for SafeMoon, which this is more on what I'm talking about. A little bit more of a stacked resume. Actually has a few things happening here dating all the way back to 2011. He was a founder of Seat Ninja. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I like to see from people. So that's a tick in the right direction for me. And let's have a look at the last person who has an active LinkedIn, Charles here, the VP of Operations in Europe. Pretty stacked, pretty high level role, you would think, being the VP of Operations. And you can see here, he's only got literally just the one experience here, which is SafeMoon for 9 months. That's it. And this is coming straight from the website, guys. This is not fake. This is real. And you can see he has 200 plus connections. It's actually their profile. It's actually what they've got on their website. And all they've got is just what they've done with SafeMoon. That's it. So 2 out of the 3 high-level executives at SafeMoon have basically, in my opinion, very sketchy backgrounds where you're not fully able to understand it. Any person with a lot of money or any venture capitalists who would be looking at these people would be a bit worried to give them millions of dollars because they just haven't proven themselves. They haven't got the leadership qualities. They haven't built up the incredible tough resumes that other CEOs of or other founders of other projects do. And if we have a look at Sam Bankman-Fried, he's actually the CEO of FTX, one of the biggest exchanges in the world currently. And this is what I'm talking about. This is a LinkedIn you want to see. You've got the director of development. He's the CEO of Al-Amdina Research and the CEO of FTX. And he's actually on camera and you see him a lot and you know that he's a very intelligent person. Watch any video of Sam Bankman-Fried and you'll see that he's one of those very smart people, is normally the smartest person in the room, and is a big advocate of cryptocurrency. And this is what you're looking for with these founders, the management teams. You're hoping for them to have good fundamentals, good analysis, good resumes that you can solidly invest in, knowing that they know they're on the right track because your money's with smart people. I don't really get that vibe from SafeMoon. Let's have a look at the chart. Now, I can't actually get a chart up for TradingView on SafeMoon. It doesn't really come up unless I use some sort of exchange one, but I'm going to use a very simple, easy graph that most people can actually see. So this is SafeMoon coming from the max, which was on the 14th of March, 2021. This is on CoinGecko. And you can see here that we're almost at the same price we were back in there. Now, cryptocurrencies have had a tough road. You can see that it's actually done some very good things. It had the lead up that was on May 12th, where a lot of cryptocurrencies peaked before we had the crash. And you can see here, it actually had a good run on the 30th of October, but still pretty far away from its all-time high, which was on the 12th of May. And we've just come down, got hit hard, and we're going sideways for a bit. What if I told you this is an incredibly risky investment? Most people would agree that, yeah, this is, like I said in the start of the video, this is a high risk, high reward play. But what I like about CoinGecko that anyone can do on their charts is you can actually just tick this button here with BTC. And if you look here, you can actually see the BTC value. So the BTC is in the gold, meaning that if you just hold Bitcoin, you would have actually made more money than you would holding SafeMoon, and you would have reduced your risk substantially. Let's have a look at Ethereum. And you can see here, Ethereum, the same thing. You would have actually made more money holding it onto Ethereum from the 14th of March up until now than you would with SafeMoon. You would have only beaten Ethereum's values only momentarily for a few percentage points on very, very short amount of time frames. So unless you perfectly timed it, and keep in mind, they penalize you for selling your SafeMoon as well. And again, it's not to hate on SafeMoon. It seems like a great project, But there's a few sketchy things that I'm not too happy to see, such as a poor LinkedIn profile, a large amount of tokens promising incredibly high yields for coins. And other than just having this hodl sort of fundamental, I don't see anything else that's really there to hook people. Now, it's not to say SafeMoon's doomed or don't buy SafeMoon. Absolutely, you can, and it might do some fantastic things in the future. But you're going to have to hold this coin for a very, very long time to honestly see if it's the right investment for you. And there's just other opportunities out there. And that's why I made this YouTube channel, to show you that there's other coins out there that are doing amazing things that you can get great value from. Look at it. You can see it again. BTC chart outperforming SafeMoon. So you would have just been able to hold on to Bitcoin, maybe sell some along the way, take some profits, invest them into other cryptocurrencies. And if you can consistently get returns over the next year or two, consistently, you'll outperform a lot of people who just hold on to SafeMoon for 3-4 years. And yeah, sure, maybe they get a 10x. But if you're making 60% every year, you're just compounding on top, on top, on top consistently, you'll outperform a lot of people who are just holding. What I'm trying to get at is try to be consistent, not just have that one good trade. Try to have consistency and you'll outperform a lot of people. I wish the team at SafeMoon the best, and I don't ever want to see any cryptocurrency projects go down, and I never want to see anyone make a losing trade. But it's important to know when things look a bit sketchy, don't seem quite right, promising the world, or in this case, promising the moon. And you just have to be able to take a step back, look at it for what it is, and tell yourself, how likely is this? That's going to do it for this video. If it helped, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.